She dances on the moon, her spirit lifts up with the tune, spreading kindness around the room. She's Katie Moonchild. She dances on the moon, her spirit lifts up with the tune, spreading kindness around the room. She's Katie Moonchild.
Hey everybody, good to see you. Welcome to Katie Moonchild's world. I'm Katie, and we're here to kind of yickety yak this morning. Have some coffee, see if we can get a little grounded. I think, I don't know about you guys. I woke up kind of feeling a lot of anxiety this morning. Maybe I'm picking it up from debate. I don't know. Who knows? Picking it up from somewhere. Hey Dolly, good to see you. Good to see everybody. Yeah, so I've spent the last 3-4 days making a clock. Oh, it's been interesting. That was a fun project. That was a lot of fun. The video comes out today. It'll be, I think I have it set for 5:30 Pacific. So that'd be 8:30 Eastern. It's a little longer than normal. It's just under an hour. So if you don't mind watching a resin video that's just under an hour, I've been seeing them with resin artists that have big channels that are that long, and they're making giant projects too. So, hey, Fatima, good to see you, darling. Good to see you. I think I did pick up on the collective. I woke up this morning and my stomach's all tied up in knots. And it's like, it's not because you're going live. It's not like that's a new thing. It scares you. Or I don't even get nervous about doing this anymore. Hardest part for me about going live is setting up everything and then doing the makeup and stuff. Otherwise, I just do videos where you don't see my face. Oh, well, it's very good to see everybody. Yeah. So I wanted to suggest, get these words to come out in the right order. I wanted to suggest you guys, I have a whole playlist of grounding videos that I have done. There are 9, I believe it's 9 of them in there. And they range, I think the longest one is like 13 minutes. And the shortest one is like 3 minutes. They're very simple. You can reuse them. The whole idea is they're there for you. If you're like me this morning, that's the first place I went to calm. And I'm grounding myself with my own voice. But it focuses your mind. It helps you calm all this noise up here and maybe be a little more mindful. So I put the link in the description box to that playlist. And I hope you take advantage of it. I mean, I made it. It's one of the very first things I made for my channel. And I need to be adding to that. They're guided meditations and they're short. So anyhow. Oh, thank you. Dolly says she's used those videos for a long time. They're great. Well, they're simple. I mean, I talk you through. You can either just listen to me talk, do the breathing with me. That's the main part. Just do the breathing exercise with me. And you can just watch the video while I talk. Because it's just like there's one about nature, and it's, grizzly bears playing in the water, and, just things, short little video clips that I just kind of ran all together. I was learning how to edit, so this was my way of making it productive. So, yeah, enjoy them. So, should we get started, or should we wait for a couple more people? I think we're going to get started because I've noticed something about this particular live stream. I get as many people on the replay as I do live. So it's really interesting. Usually it's way more one than the other, but it's kind of interesting how I'm getting a 50-50 deal on this show. When I was doing it on Mondays, nobody was watching it. I think, I was always thinking that's the day I needed to calm down, was Mondays. I didn't sleep on Sunday nights when I had to work on Mondays. It was like, oh no, I want to still have fun. I don't want to go to work. Anyway, so let's do our prompt, our 100 mindfulness prompt. See what we get today. One thing I can say that I got a message loud and clear from Spirit. Our main topic today that I'm going to talk about is going to be forgiving yourself for your past, or forgiving your past. I've been having to do a lot of that lately, so I thought that was good. You think a lot of people come home from work and like the atmosphere feel of my vibe, my lives? Maybe, could be ASMR. That's more my well, especially this clock video. I actually talk at the beginning of the clock video, but then I've got it on a healing megahertz music to play while I'm making the clock. I even took it out in the backyard. I want y'all to know. I took it in the backyard to take a little ending video of it so you can see it sparkling in the sun. Because it was late enough in the afternoon. That was the only place I could get really bright light, was out in the open in my backyard. And that's in the back part of the yard where it belongs to the desert. I don't even do anything with that part of it. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Dogs are barking at me from the alley. That's a real chill vibe. Anyway, let's see what we get. Oh, cool. Very, very cool. It's from the life category. That's the challenge, to change the system more than it changes you. Hi, Kaylee. Good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, that's the challenge, is to change the system more than it changes you. Michael Pollan. He's the guy that always educates us on how our food is raised, how it's butchered, and all that kind of stuff. Interesting fellow. Take the first step and pursue something that you believe in today. Dolly did that yesterday. I'll let her tell you about that tomorrow. There you go, Dolly. How's that for a promo for your show tomorrow morning? Yeah. So, yeah. And this is what we're in the process of doing. I think pretty much most of the world's governments, period, are all going through the challenge of changing the systems. Promo. Challenge of changing the systems. Because the old stuff's not working anymore, and we gotta go through everything and know what is old and how to change it and make it new so that it works again. So the other side of this one, which is life, is a quote by Mark Twain. Bless him. This is for tonight. History doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. Can you identify any patterns in your life? And what can you learn from them? Wow, good card. Make sure that when we're working on changing the system. Hi, Shanita, my dear. Wonderful to see you. When we're working on changing the system. I mean, hey, politics had to kind of creep in today. It is debate day. But as we're working to change this wonderful system that we call a democracy, and we're learning, we had to go through this so that we could learn the things that no longer work. And as we learn those things that no longer work, you and I, all of us in here, we all signed on for one job, and that is to be the sage of what has happened here, how it has happened, and the events that brought it to the point where the change has to happen. So it is really, really important that as we're talking about changing the system, that we change the system, not us. Don't change the system. Don't change us to suit the system. The system. The whole point of democracy is people. Okay, equal people. I know we are a republic, but we're a democratic republic. Okay, we kind of wrote the book on it. In this experiment, I am bound and determined. All my ancestors so far has made it work since 1693. I sure as hell ain't giving up in 2024 or whenever. So, pursue something that you believe in. Find a hill, stand on it, and fight for it. We're not only, it's really interesting. I was watching Danny Shea yesterday. Had Terry hold, holding your holding your light, Terry, on, and they were talking about being light warriors. Yeah. This has become a time of, we have to join Archangel Michael in his army of light workers. We are now being asked to fight the good fight. Because that's what this is going on, is this good against evil. Terry holding your space, thank you. She's nifty. She's a doll. I met Terry when she and I were moderators together, because she and I did moderated for a while before we started channels. I need to have her come on here. She's so busy doing everybody else's channels though lately. My little channel, we'll see. Danny, I can get Danny to come on. I would love to have Danny on here. I've been thinking about having him come on and talk, and we'll talk about flow. Because he triggered something in me yesterday. Sunday in his Sundays with Spirit. He was talking about the different levels in flow. And I've always associated flow as going across a bedrock, and it, like water, it doesn't go through the bedrock, it runs across the bedrock. The air, is influenced by the turning of the earth bedrock. Those are the two biggest examples of flow that I could think of. And he reminded me, air is in the earth. Water comes out of the earth. The deepest level of flow is down deep inside of Gaia. I used to be a spelunker. Very amateur. We do it, when I was in high school. I lived close to Lava Beds National Monument. So, we'd get together on the weekends and get our little plastic hard hats and our little lanterns and go hang out in the lava tubes and have a great time. It's a national monument. That's what it's there. It's a giant lava field. And there's one cave that you have to sign into, because you go to the main ranger station and you tell them you're going in there. because parts of it are unexplored. And if you don't come back by closing time, they're looking for you. Well, we were way, way, way down. It's called Post Office. We were way down deep in Post Office Cave. And it was cold. And, we crossed areas with our feet where there was ice on the floor. We had crawled into, spaces that were so small that only to get through to see if it was what was on the other side, whether it was worth going through, the guys would send us girls through because the hole was so small. Well, we would just, get to the point where we could stick and look through. Well, we got in this one room and it looked like silver all over the ceiling. It was beautiful. And one of the guys got an idea. He said, everybody turn your lights off and we'll leave one flashlight on. So we turned our lights off, one flashlight. And it was like sitting in the middle of outer space with all these millions of ice crystals just twinkling like stars all around us. Not just on the ceiling, all around us. It was magnificent. So when I was watching that, I had a memory of that particular trip, and it was fantastic. So you guys, I learned something. The girl who teaches about flow learned something new about flow. It exists in caves. It exists deep in the earth. So any of you who think that maybe hollow earth exists or not exists, is there a sun down there? There's stars down there, I swear. I saw them. Anyhow, so our stone for today. And I go ahead and pull that one because I have to look up the book. What I got was azurite. This has a little bit of malachite starting in it, my azurite piece. This is not the best crystal in the world, but it's fun. See, it's got malachite starting in there. The two of them grow together often. What the book says, here's the card. Activate the void. That's a beautiful card. I love it because it's the Merkaba or the Merkaba. Depends on how you want to pronounce it. Azurite has a Mohs hardness of 3.5 to 4. And the card is telling us, activate the void. Each in-breath creates space within you, an expectant stillness. Azurite holds the energy of this empty fullness. It is not the container, but the space contained. Not the walls of the womb, but the emptiness within. This void is the most precious of gifts, because in this emptiness, in the pause at the crossroads of time and space, your intuition can soar. Once space is created, stuck energies begin to flow, funneling through heaviness, creating a place for something more daring or delicate than everyday life. Azurite holds you as you behold this void, as you can feel the rich ocean of possibilities in which you are swimming. Breathe in the blue and allow the fullness of the emptiness to evaluate and elevate your spirit. Wow! Talk about flow! It's talking about the flow that's in you. With each breath, you fulfill that. Yeah, you on a book tour, my dear? Shanita says, I've been busy. Oh, good. I'm good. Oh, good. I can't wait to see your video. I love your videos, Shanita. Cool. So, you guys, if you can get a piece of azure or you have a piece of azurite, cool. Put it on your person somewhere. If you do not have access to that particular stone, that is a shade of blue as well. Focus in meditation and thought on that azurite shade of blue. Azurite's a pretty easy stone to get a hold of. Mine, I got it at the place I tell everybody not to buy from. I got it on Amazon. Hey, the gem show is one of the best in the world here, right? But it isn't here all year. It's only here 3 weeks. I gotta buy my gems somewhere. I can't. Well, I suppose I could save up all my money and buy them at the gem show, huh? Like most people who do when they come here. We just take it for granted because it'll be here next year. Till COVID hit and it wasn't here. And that was pretty weird. Anyway, the color's deep blue. The appearance, very small, tiny crystals. They're not visible when tumbled. That's why this looks like this. Let me show you up close. See? The little teeny tiny crystals? This is not a tumbled piece. Most of azurite that I've seen is tumbled. Okay. It's often a small tumbled stone, easily obtained, often in combination with malachite. Like I said, they grow together. It is readily found in the United States, Australia, Chile, Peru, France, Namibia, Russia, and Egypt. Azurite guides psychic and intuitive development. It urges the soul towards enlightenment. It cleanses and stimulates the third eye and attunes to spiritual guidance. This crystal enables journeys out of the body to take place easily and safely. It raises consciousness to the higher level and gives greater control over spiritual unfoldment. It facilitates entering a meditative and channeling state. Azurite is a powerful healing stone, facilitating psychosomatic understanding of the effect of the mind and the emotions on the body. Wow. If you're lucky enough to have the combination stone of azurite and malachite, which I have a piece of malachite up here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Malachite. So if you're lucky enough to have them both in one stone, like this one's trying to grow the malachite, turquoise color. It combines the qualities of the two crystals and is a powerful conductor of energy. It unlocks spiritual vision, strengthens the ability to visualize, and opens the third eye. At an emotional level, it brings deep healing, cleansing ancient blocks, thought of patterns. It overcomes muscle cramps. Well, I guess I need to be wearing that lately because you can't decide whether it wants to be fall, summer, or whatever around here. My fibromyalgia's been giving me fits. But I have been through a lot of stress. Yes. Can't talk. I've been through a lot of stress lately. So I'm sure that's why I have fibromyalgia issues. Sonia Rainley! Hey girl, welcome back from vacation. You guys, going to Cancun. It's like you put that video up of you dancing and goes, guess where I'm at? And I went, Mexico. And then I went, Cancun. I've been there. Okay. I used to be a travel agent. I Been to Cancun and Cozumel. Personally, I prefer Cozumel, but then I like it a little more rustic. Of course, I haven't been there in a long time. It's probably not as rustic as it was back in the there was a movie made in Cozumel that was very popular. Against All Odds. That's about the same year that I was in Cozumel, actually. 1980s. I know that for sure. Anyway. Oh, so good to see you. Muscle cramps, really? Yeah, I was actually thinking that might be worth finding definitely just a piece of jewelry to wear. I can't wear a silver chain, but I can wear the jewelry. I just have to put it on a fine piece of cord, you know. Let's get some cards. Ooh. Well, we got 3 F words in our sentiment stones for the cards today. I'm giggling because we got freedom, as my computer tries to stop, faith, family, and faith. Wow, let's put that in a sentence now. You want to start it with faith or with freedom or family? Family brings freedom and faith. Works for me. How about you guys? I think it works. I'm going to do it in the Take What You Need deck. What do we need to know about family, please? Man, this hour's going fast. Of course, I'm Chatty Katie today. Oh, you guys, I made the mistake. I mean, I had just settled into the idea that I'm going to go through the winter, Katie, alone in her house, to see what it's like to be Katie alone in her house. I haven't not had some kind of fuzzy critter in my life since I was like 12. I'm going to be 67 in February. So I thought it might be kind of a growth thing to find out what that's like to get to know who Katie is without a familiar or a fur baby. And I made the mistake of looking at animal control today. They have a kitten that's 4 months old. Oriental short hair, tabby, and calico. It has Siamese looking slanted eyes and that narrow Siamese head. But it's marked like a calico, but where the dark spots are is gray and white stripes. It's a pretty kitty. It's the prettiest kitty. And I'm going, oh, why did you do that? Why did you look? So now I'm praying a lot to Spirit. If it's meant to be, I will be going to animal control today to get a kitten. See what happens when you surrender to Spirit? There are no mistakes. None. So I just kind of put it out there that if it's supposed to be, the ride will appear for me to get there. And it won't be a ride I have to pay for. So we'll see. And the card that we get for family. Oh my God, does that ever fit for family? You don't have to be happy all the time. Oh, I love it. Oh, as we're going into the holiday season, a lot of family get-togethers. Oh, that's good. That's good. Thank you, Spirit. sense of humor. You are not required to be happy all the time when you're around your family. Oh my goodness. What do we get for freedom, please? Same deck. Yes. Oh, I love it. It goes perfectly with freedom. What you are going through is fulfilling a purpose. Boy, you know what that purpose is? I know with me what the purpose has been, and I've been going through. Let me tell you, I've gone through it, kids. I've been learning how to let go of the past, how to forgive myself and let it go. Why do we keep that is the holding on to things that you can't forgive you, something you did in your past that maybe you're ashamed of or you don't like. That's the number one thing that's going to block any of your chakras, as well as all of your chakras, is guilt. Guilt and jealousy are two useless emotions. They serve no purpose. Forgive yourself. You did what you could with the best of your knowledge in the situation. I know Christmas is going to be here. I just, making Halloween videos and stuff. It's like, oh my goodness, where did summer go? Well, I lost 2 months out of the summer, so I've been all in my head, my heart, and I've been sorting through this. I suffered a lot of guilt. Wow. And so Spirit was, as I was laying there this morning thinking, what are we going to talk about today? Spirit was like, what have you been dealing with a lot lately? Guilt. Spirit says, talk about forgiving yourself for your past and let it go. So for faith, we have to lift yourself up. Release what has been weighing you down. See, now those cards don't go with your intention. What was I talking about? Letting go. It's fall. What do trees do? They change, they get quiet, and the leaves fall so they can recharge. That's a good thing for this winter. I think we all probably should have the faith to understand that what is going to be asked of us in springtime is going to require us to be fully charged and ready to step into whatever opportunity is presented to us. So, when you're with your family, don't worry about it. Hasn't there always been kind of strife in your family? People get together and Uncle Joe gets too drunk and he starts mouthing off and, stuff like that happens, right? So when you get together with your family, it's not always supposed to be, it's not always required to be a loving situation. There's always underlying things and family dynamics, right? So if you want freedom from that, it's that you're going through that is fulfilling the purpose of you understanding where family fits in your life, not where you fit in the family's life. Where does family fit in your life? You're making changes to create this wonderful existence that you want, right? So have the faith to lift yourself up, release what has been weighing you down, because more often than not, it's a thing from the past. So let it go. Maybe you didn't get all the dishes done yesterday. And now today, you don't have time to do it until after dinner tonight. You know what? Did your house fall in because you didn't get your dishes done? Let it go. What you intended to do in the past that you didn't get done is because the timing wasn't right. It has nothing to do with you, unless you just didn't try. And I don't see you guys as being that. Not my moon dancers. So let's get three more. Yeah, this year's gone by so fast. We get this card, this one a lot. Trying to get down into the bottom. Let's see if we can get some, but we haven't gotten in a while. I love that. So far I've gotten hope. Yes. Oh, what a great combination. Our friends, you guys, our friends, they're your hope and your strength. Rely on them. Call on them. Call on them. Your friends are your hope and your strength. They may come and go as you go through life. When people go through your life, they're there for the reason, for the time. And if it's time for them to move on, don't hang on. So wish them, like the ship here. Wish them bon voyage. Good luck. Have a wonderful trip. They're starting out in a new opportunity. Don't begrudge them for walking away. Doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing that they've moved on to something new. Right? Be excited for people. So, okay, first card. For friends, harmony and peace are already here. Search within yourself. You got peace and harmony with your friends. That's why they're your friends. Okay? You don't have to work really, 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 really hard to change those friends. They have their own path, their own walk. Yours is yours, right? And the next one for strength has to do with friends. You don't have to do it all on your own. It's time for a collaboration. I got a lot of stuff I need to do around my house here when it cools off. And I was thinking, some stuff I can't do. I either have to hire someone or I have to ask someone to come help me. And I'm going to ask. You never know unless you ask, right? And for hope, no feeling less is forever. Allow your emotions to float through you. That's our hope. Our hope is to not get personally bound up in what someone else does or doesn't approve of, what you do or don't do, or somebody cuts you off and it makes you angry. Let it go. It's just this what they can't drive, and let it go. You don't have to follow them down the road and tell them exactly what they did to you, because they're fully aware. Believe me, they're fully aware. So our friends is where we find harmony and peace. because they remind us to search within ourselves. And our hope is in the fact that we don't have to do it alone, that we can always reach out for collaboration, for help. That was our strength. Our hope. Our strength is in collaboration. Our hope is in letting the emotions flow through you. Recognize them, identify them, and let them go. My goodness. How we doing here on time? 40 minutes. Wow, going fast. Well, Fatima and Dolly, you guys are my two big peoples today. Hey, other people woke up feeling that energy today too. I couldn't make it go away. It's really weird. And last night, every time I fell asleep, it was like, oh, wake up, you got to do. No, I don't. It's the middle of the night. Like I was afraid I was drifting off to sleep and I was going to miss something. And that happened over and over and over last night. Crazy. I am going to pull a card from the Fantasy Cats Oracle deck. It's a cute little small deck. Let's find out. Ooh, okay. I like it. Enchantment. Like the glare. There we go. It is what it is. Sorry about that, you guys. It would be worse if I wasn't using dark mode on my computer. But there's enchantment. I'm looking at that girl looking at the kitty cat. This is an action card. And the action is to cast a spell that only you can weave. Your intuition, this is the advice, your intuition is supported by the universe. True magic is effortless. Allow the beauty of the world to seduce you back into your authentic self. The true self surfaces as you shed the false layers assigned to you. Cultivate the inner light thriving inside you and do not fear sharing your gifts with the world. The answer was in you all along. Make magic and tend to the sacred fire of the soul. Weave enchantment with every gesture. Allow the universe to support and encourage your every move. Shine like a beacon for those who have lost their way. Dream the world into existence the way the world was dreamt you. Dream the world into existence the way the world has dreamt you. Nothing is an accident. Allow the magic of the cat to envelop you. You are the cat. The cat is you. There is no difference. All things are interconnected, and this is the secret of all magic. Wow, that's a neat card. I need to use this deck more often. I turned the deck over, look at this card. It just made me giggle. I love it. It's the sleeping card. Rose Blue, hey girl. Good to see you. Good to see you. You're back home now? I'm glad. It's so funny though. I love this picture. That's great. This deck is by Los Scarabeo. And it's a fun deck. Very small. I like the little decks that say a lot. You know? So, we got 15 minutes left. Your boyfriend got in a mood, so I'm not working there as of today. Oh. You think that card's a sign for me? I am a cat. I think like a cat. But lately, my spirit animals have been really interesting and really odd, and they're not cats. First one. Then the snake. Snake keeps popping up in everything I'm doing. It pops up in my thoughts. I'll be watching a documentary about some ancient civilization. And they'll have a reverence for Draco or the snake because it is the guardian of portals. And Native Americans, they have the spiral, right? Which I always teach is that's my concept of time. It works in a spiral, right? So if it's working in a spiral, that's also a portal. Time itself is a portal. And in hieroglyphics, a lot of times you will see together the spiral and the jiggedy-jaggedy zigzag line. The zigzag line is the symbol, the drawing for snake. Am I going to go through a portal? What's happening? Something coming through a portal? I think we got some celestial stuff coming through. Anyway, you work on your truck here? Well, ex-boyfriends get in moods, don't they? I've had a couple. Hey, ex-husbands do too. I had one of those and that was enough. I don't want another one. Thank you. So, would you guys like a card? There's what, 3 of you in here? 2 of you? Yeah. I'll pull a card for each one of you. Whoops. How about from the Happier Me deck? I could use a Happier Me today. Rose wants a card. Cool. Oh, I don't like... My ex-husband was a shade tree mechanic, and I hated it when he had to drop somebody's tranny, because God did he stink when he'd come home, because the transmission fluid stinks. Oh, it's like, dude, take a real hot shower, and then I'm sleeping on the couch. Oh. Okay, and Fatima wants a card. First one is for Rose. Happier Me. And we get... Boy, I love it. I forgive myself for past mistakes. We are not flawless, and we never will be. A mistake does not make you a bad person. It makes you human. And if we didn't make mistakes, we wouldn't learn. So, yeah, I learned a long time ago. Fess up to do accountability to your mistakes. See what learning in your brain, See what happens if you are accountable for that. It's the theme for today. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and failures. Love yourself. You know what? This is another thing I learned, I think, in junior high. You got to be your own best friend because nobody else is going to be the kind of best friend you expect. They're humans. They make mistakes, just like you do. So, dear Rose, forgive yourself for past mistakes, including your tranny. Yeah, well, you'd have to because some of those solvents and stuff are kind of flammable. Shade tree mechanics are wonderful. My dad was one, so of course I pick a man that was like my dad, right? He let you drive his truck and then got pissy about it. Did you take it away too far? Did you drive his truck too long? A man and his truck, my love. I love it. Okay. Fatima. She needs a good card. Oh, this one's sticking up saying, please take me. I allow myself to love who I am, not who I think I should be. You spread so much love, my dear. That's pretty easy. I allow myself to love who I am, not who I think I should be. If you take away all of the who I should be, what's left? You start hearing the silence, the present, and you receive a gift. Peace of mind. Love and embrace who you are right now. That's beautiful. If you take away all the who I should be, what's left? You start hearing the silence of the present. And you receive a gift. It's called peace of mind. Love and embrace who you are right now. Right now. Give yourself a hug. All of you. See, she's hugging her knees. You just were going back. I was teasing you, sweetheart. I'm sure you didn't, but he probably thought you made one too many trips to the store. Unless you were going to buy food for him. Sorry. Oh, you hug everyone and yourself. I hug you all too. Yay! I love you so much. Katie, you're a good person. Rose, you're a beautiful person. Dolly, you're an amazingly beautiful person. And Fatima, the love that flows out of you. Oh, I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being my friends. I greatly value you. So I'm pulling a card for all of us. Amen. I am grateful for all that I have and all that I am. Being grateful is such a wonderful gift you can offer yourself. Take 5 minutes each day and reflect on what you are grateful for. If you don't do a journal, that's cool. Just pick 3 things and focus on those 3 things today that you're really grateful for. And I'm going to take the next card too. I forgive myself and I learn from my mistakes. We all make mistakes. We are not less for making them. Actually, I consider myself to be wiser and more because I screw up. Because I wouldn't learn how to do it better if I didn't mess it up. You are more because you learn from them. Right? And this is kind of brings us around full circle to where we started today with waking up with anxiety and looking at my grounded meditations playlist, which is linked in the description below. As a matter of fact, it is. There you go. A reminder for you all. Ouch. clobber my elbow. Anyway, the last one that I'm getting that brings us full circle is I woke up today with joy in my heart and clarity in my mind. That is not how I woke up today, but that is how I'm going to tell myself I woke up today. This is an amazing affirmation to help you start your day feeling energized. Make a conscious decision daily to have a great day. I'm going to go one farther. Make it a great day. No matter what card is dealt to you to deal with today, flip it around. Make it a winning card. And embrace your uniqueness. I embrace my unique individuality. Follow your heart, not the expectations of others. Have the courage to ask yourself, who am I? And embrace it. Because what I seek is seeking me. The universe is so generous that it can't wait to send your way whatever is necessary to help you in your journey. Just open your mind, the door that leads you to infinite possibilities, and accept that you are an unlimited being. And I think that is the perfect place to end off today. I don't mean end the show, but I mean with that reading. Goodness. So, yeah. I don't always plan what I'm going to do on this show. I love doing it this way. I love seeing what energies you bring in and what spirit tells me while I'm sitting and waiting to start. And that's what we get. I have heard other people say, Rose Blue, I have heard other people say that as well. That is truly a thing. Katie has said that to me. All we need is sweet love. Yeah, my gods they talk through songs to me too. Ooh. And it doesn't have to be in English either. But Rose, you know I'm all into the Native American music. So a lot of that is in their tongue. And I love it. I love it. But I live in I guess you could say that about any state, though. Arizona, though, is very proud of the Native American heritage we have here. We don't necessarily treat them that way, though, the Native peoples. I can't get enough of it. So that's my shamanic walk. Itch. Sorry. Oh, you guys, by the way, you're all invited next week to personally come to my house for coffee, because I have enough stir sticks for you now. I got 1,000 of them. Can you believe that? I got 1,000 in little wooden coffee stir sticks. But they're really good for mixing in these little resin cups. Or if you're making something that's really thin and you want to stabilize it. You just want to play Lincoln Logs. You got a lot of boards to make wood out of. Anyway, I have over here behind the desert here, I have a miniature music box. And I was watching a YouTube channel, and they were putting together this kit that I have. And they used these coffee stir sticks for the floor instead of the printed out floor that you get. I mean, you get a paper printout of everything. And I thought, oh, what a great idea. And then I got this mold that, I don't know. Let me give you an idea. You can make these things. Okay, that holds all. That's my alcohol ink. And it comes in different sizes, but the side parts that you attach it to are very, very thin. So it's kind of flimsy. So I was thinking about using the white, the powdered resin stuff I have. I was thinking about using it for the sides. And I thought, no, get some coffee stir sticks to support it with. Make it an opaque side, and it'll be fine. So, popsicle sticks. Interesting you bring those up, my dear, because it took me forever to buy these, and I never buy craft sticks. They call them craft sticks. Ha ha ha. They're tongue depressors. Here we go. Every time I order something with resin, I get a bunch of these things. Tongue depressors. I don't think I put that in my tongue, though. I have one of these that's black. But the resin soaks into it, and you want to reuse them once the resin soaks in, because these things put bubbles in the resin. Anyway, the reason I'm giggling about you talking about popsicle sticks, Rose, is because for about 15 years, I was really into popsicles. I still like them as long as they're made with real fruit. And I always save my popsicle sticks. And I wash them. And I wash dishes. And I'd stick them in a container. Well, I have a box about that big, full, all standing upright, of popsicle sticks that I've saved like that. I won't ever have to buy craft sticks for a very long, long time. Anyway, it's good to see you guys. I am so glad you're here. Oh, I tell you. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you're here. I want you all to have a terrific day. As you can tell, I'm trying to close out. We've been here for an hour. I want you to hear my new closeout song. Do you like the beginning song? I'll play it one more time for you. Dolly wrote this.
She dances on the moon. Her spirit lifts up with a tune, spreading kindness around the room. She's Katie Moonchild. She dances on the moon. Her spirit lifts up with a tune, spreading kindness around the room. She's Katie Moonchild.
Isn't that fun? Stick around. I want to listen to the outro too. Hey, Cat Shepherd! Good to see you, darling. Good to see yous. Yeah. Here, let me show you the. Anyway, hey, you guys. Make kindness a habit. Do something random act of kindness for someone today. It'll make your day. And it'll totally change their world. I promise. Second of all, collaborate. Reach out, because together we'll thrive. As long as we stay separated, we will take a big nosedive. Oh, you just found out about James Earl Jones? I know, isn't that sad? Yeah. Mufasa, I'll get it. And Darth Vader. But we've got AI now. We can still get the voice. We just won't have that great, wonderful man. He did have a good, long life, and he was a good man. He treated people good. I never heard anywhere that he was a difficult actor to work with. So anyway, together we'll thrive. No more dive. No more dive. Cat, go back and watch the beginning. We're all talking about in here forgiving our past and letting it go. Because we had a lot of fun today. So I thank you so much, you guys, for being here. Yeah, it was Eddie Murphy's dad in Coming to America. Lots and lots of movies and cartoons and just that voice. You know, it's kind of like Morgan Freeman. Although I have heard stories about Morgan Freeman being a little difficult to work with. He has fibromyalgia. I can tell you when I don't feel good and I'm flaring, I don't like being talked to either. You'll find you won't see me because I don't bring that in. That's what I have to deal with. That has nothing to do with you all. I love you. Try the grounding meditations. I think you'll enjoy them. They're a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun making them. Um, and yes, can I do a reading on gray wolves? Are they going to be re-enlisted as endangered? Sure, I can. Let's see. Right, quick like. Let me grab. Angels and Ancestors deck by Kyle Gray. I would be glad to do that. In the Electric Company. Oh my goodness, Rose Blue. Somebody else that used to be on Sesame Street is Lawrence Fishburne. Gray wolves. I'm going to protect them again, please. Set my bias aside here. We got the she-wolf. Sorry. Pulling myself together here. Unleash the wild woman sisterhood. All of us in here understand the power of the wolf, especially the she-wolf. And right now, all of us in here are she-wolves. I have fought the fight to save the wolf, and I will fight that fight. I'm down here in Mexican wolf country. So we have gray wolves. We have the timber wolves. It's at the point where all wolves need to be protected. They don't want to hurt you. So yeah, I'm getting this as unleash the wild woman. Definitely. But I think it's going to take us fighting for it. Because there's so much stuff. I think the Department of Interior, yeah. Next card I pulled, Kat, is the Seer card. See beyond the current situation. Your cat rebooted the computer? I'm ready to fight too, my love. I do too. I do too. She says she's gonna do what's right for everybody, and I'm including the blessed creatures too. So see beyond the current situation. It's pretty bleak for them right now. But I think you're gonna find. Thank you, Akramal. People are not going to be eating as much beef. And that has been the main detriment to the wolf. Is the cattle rancher. I know that's definitely what it is down here with the Mexican wolf on the border down here. Shoot. Shoot, that's what they do down here. Shoot first, think later. They even do that with human beings. But anyway, we won't go there. I'm talking about my border down here. Our border. Yeah. And I think a part of that is because so much of our beef is being shipped out. It goes Japan, China. Most of the beef we eat in this country comes from South America, not our own grown beef. So Kat says, it's a huge problem up here in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah. Well, Kat, I was raised, I lived part of my childhood at Crater Lake National Park. I lived in Klamath County, Oregon, for over 21 years. And I just found out the other day, watching a video on YouTube, that black bear are rare there. Yeah, Brazilian beef. And what did they do in Brazil like crazy a few years ago? Burn the forest to make more room for cattle farming? Because Americans gotta have their damn beef. Yeah, I don't see that this is going to be allowed to happen for a lot longer. Dynamiting wolf dens. It's sad. That's really sad. So there is cats. There's a hill for you. I was just talking about us, Cat, before you came in. I was talking about us being light workers who are now light warriors. And there you go. There's a cause. You don't want to pick up. I froze. If you don't want to pick up a political cause that has to do with people, let's do the environment and let's start with the wolf. I love you guys. I'm going to send you out as the stream is being crappy. We'll see you next time. Thank you. Oh, it's not even going to let me do that. Oh, I just love it when this happens. Hi, guys. I come back just to tell you goodbye, but I thank you very much for being here. Thanks, everybody. Bye bye now.
She dances on the moon, her spirit lifts up with the tune, spreading kindness around the room. She's Katie Moonchild.